Okay, good morning YouTube. Another watch show and tell, or my side-by-side comparison of two watches that I think are really, well, let me stop right there. All these Invictas are very interesting. But these two here that we're going to be comparing side-by-side today is going to be the Invicta Venom and the Invicta Sea Hunter. Both heavy, heavy watches. I have to say, for the size comparison here, one is quite a bit larger than the other. The model numbers on these are, I didn't write this down previously, so you got the 5730 Venom. This one's all silver, okay? And then, of course, on the Sea Hunter, this is a rare one. This is a hard one to get. I think right now there's only one available that I've been able to find anywhere. This one is the 13686, okay? So a little bit about these. If you've watched my videos before, you know I don't throw a lot of facts about them. Sometimes I don't even mention the movements. Today I'm kind of running out of time here, so I'm just going to make a really quick video here. Basically my videos, like I said, I don't throw out tons of facts. I'll tell you about the movement, the size, the weight, that kind of stuff. Mainly the purpose is to show you what it looks like on a guy my size, my height, my weight. I have 7-inch wrists. I weigh about 170 pounds, about 5 foot 8 inches tall. And like I said in the other videos, one thing I found that when I was making a purchase, my first watch, which my very first Invicta was this one here, the 5730. Okay, you can find tons of pictures on these things. You can find videos with the guy with the white gloves showing it really close. But that didn't show me what it was going to look like on me. Give me an idea of what it might look like on my wrist. You know, it was hard for me to actually, like, you know, this one, even though it was 52 millimeters, it was hard for me to, and 22 millimeters in thickness. You know, I was with the ruler trying to, you know, put it on the paper, you know, and compare it to other watches that I wear that are 47s. I was like, God, it's bigger. But, you know, when you look at it on the internet, it's really hard to tell how big it is until you actually get it on your wrist or see it on a wrist. So that's basically what I do in my videos. So far, people seem to really like the channel, and so obviously because people tell me when they make a purchase. So it's awesome. So keep supporting the channel. I want to throw another thing out there. I will make another video about this, but there is a link on the page, which is a donation page. And you know, if you really like these videos and you want to see things maybe that, you know, I can't get access to or whatever, maybe right now it doesn't fit into the budget to pick up, or maybe things that, you know, I may not even be into. What I am doing is, the amount of people that watch my videos, even small donations, if I go ahead and get that pot up there, I'm going to go ahead and put that money, roll it right into more show and tells and videos. So something to think about. If you like the channel, do support the channel. And I'll make another video more about that. You can select how much you want to donate. But moving on today, about what this video is about these two watches. Again, the 5730, 22 millimeters in thickness, I believe 52 millimeters in diameter. The Venoms are really cool. They do a lot of contrast, or a lot of different contrast. I apologize, I really can't talk today, but anyway, you got polishing on the side. You have some satin. You have some polishing on the very side of the bezel. The Venoms use this really huge, chunky bezel, which is really neat. I don't like the original Venom as much as the Venom 2. That one gets really aggressive. One watch I'd like to pick up, one of my buddies that I've met here on YouTube now, we're watch buddies. He just picked up a Venom Hybrid. That one's pretty expensive, and hopefully I'll get a good deal on it eventually. That one basically combines several features of different watches, like it's basically a Venom case, but it's carved out like a reserve model, or it's called the sandwich case, I believe. You have the bezel from the Venom 2, the pushers from the Noma 5, and then a reserve band from another one of their watches. Just a really beautiful watch. Supposedly that one weighs 17 ounces unsized. That's getting close to what a Sea Hunter is. So I mean, this is a great watch. It's the first one I got, and yeah, you can't go wrong with a Venom. It is a very heavy watch. This one here you're looking at sized about 13 ounces for a 7-inch wrist. So there you go. Really interesting band. You have a little bit of polishing inside the links and a satin finish. This is more like a sandblast finish. Then you have the satin stainless. So you have 3 different textures going on there. Really cool. Here's what it looks like on a 7-inch wrist. Alright. You know, the Venoms come in so many different colors and so many different movements. You know, this one here is powered by one of the Ronda movements. I just don't remember which one, and I'm not going to look it up because I'm running short on time here. Let's go over to the Sea Hunter. This one here, I dragged my feet on forever, and I finally found it in this two-tone, rose tone and silver, which I love the two-tone. It's got a mother-of-pearl face. In my opinion, I think this is one of the nicest Sea Hunters. The only thing I don't like about the Sea Hunter is they do this black kind of rubberized grip around the bezel. I think it just kind of I don't know. I think it just kind of takes the bling factor out of the watch. But hopefully one of these days they'll come out with one that doesn't have that. Maybe do something like this size with something a little bit more flashy. I do have my eye on an all black one, and that one's pretty cool because you have black polishing down the middle. Okay, on the other one, where you see on all the Sea Hunters, the middle links are polished. On the other one, it's black satin on the side, polished black plating or electroplating, I believe is what it's called, down the middle. And then, of course, you have a black mother of pearl face. And what's neat is that rubberized ring will actually blend into the rest of the watch. So I definitely want to get my hands on that one eventually. I'm not really into the black watch thing, but I think that one might be one to pick up just based on how large the watch is. This one here measures 65 millimeters, I believe, to the... this is another one they measure all the way to the crown because it's so large. This one I picked up from Invicta Outlet. Be very careful with Invicta Outlet because they advertise sometimes some of their watches as mild factory they're like showroom models that had some mild imperfections. They show pictures of maybe a little scratch. Check out my other video on there, my review of them. I won't be buying from them again. I bought 3 watches from them, and of the 3, 2 of which are damaged way beyond what they actually listed on their listing. One is perfect. I'm glad I got it. I got lucky on that one. This one here is supposed to be mildly scratched. It is mildly scratched right here on the band. I don't know if you can really see that. You can kind of see it right there. Not too bad, but definitely not what I expected. I thought maybe down here it's an odd spot to have a scratch. But what pissed me off the most was that the band came completely, the pin was sticking out the side. The band was half on. I had to fix that myself, which isn't a big deal because I sized them myself. But what is a big deal is this watch was actually dropped. So you got the dented crown, and one of the pushers here is actually stripped. So I don't even touch it. I leave it kind of as snug as I can get it and leave it. I like the watch so much that I decided to keep it anyway because it's a hard one to get, and for the price I got it for, which was about $250. I normally don't put pricing in my videos, but I will tell you $250. I just I wanted to keep it just because it was such an interesting watch. This is a tank. This watch right here, I weighed it this morning, sized. It weighs about 14 ounces sized. So for a 7-inch wrist. So this one here will definitely start to cause you a little discomfort. I'm not gonna lie. If you wear this thing for a couple days, it's got to start to dig into the bone a little bit, based on how much body fat you have. If you have a 7-inch wrist, I guess it depends on how much you weigh. But for me, it definitely digs in right there. But you know what? It's worth it because I think the watch is so cool and so big. Again, 63 millimeters. The Venom, I forgot to mention the width or the depth. The Venom is 22. It's one of the thicker watches that Invicta makes. Sea Hunter 23. So the only one bigger than that as far as thickness is the Hydro Max, which is 29. So I mean, the Sea Hunter, if you like big watches, don't hesitate. Get one of these in your collection. You will not be disappointed in the Sea Hunter. And like I said, hopefully Invicta one of these days makes something maybe without that black band. Maybe does a polishing around the edge. You never know. I mean, all the watches they put together are just really fantastic. Even some of their low-end, cheaper ones. I mean, you really can't go wrong with an Invicta. You get so much watch for your money. Whoever they have designing these things really knows what they're doing. But a little comment though, it'd be really nice if they made this watch and kind of maybe an edition where it didn't have that. Maybe have like a Venom style bezel, something a little chunkier, a little flashier. But nonetheless, with the mother of pearl, and that's a beautiful watch. And this was a hard one to get. I think, like I said, right now you only got one guy on the internet selling this, and it's about $600. And it's a tough one. So I'm really glad I got it. I mean, I really like the watch a lot. A little side-by-side with the Venom. You can see the... Now, if you look at Cosmetic, the Venom is a good-looking watch. I mean, it really, really is. The thing that really sets the Sea Hunter apart is when you flip it on the side like that. The band is really unique. Not any more unique than the Venom, but it's such a big, heavy watch. And the other cool thing about it, I forgot to show you this, is that the back of the watch has this kind of a Furnace blue propeller. It doesn't spin, although there is talk that they will make one eventually. The crown's got the propeller logo. It really is a beautiful watch, especially in this color combo. If you like this watch and it's too big for you, you can actually get it in the mid-size. But hey, if you're coming to look at Sea Hunters, you want the big boy. You want the big boy watch right there, and that's it. So definitely one of my favorite watches. Like I said, really glad I got it. As far as I have to say, as far as the beauty factor, I mean the Venom is really